Oh, I forgot to mute myself too.
Nah.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye bye.
I'm gonna win. She told me where you are. I'm heading that way. You're gonna lose.
What? Are
Alright,
you
now
talking
this
about,
is
boy?
kind of gonna be a really informal cast.
Oh, what the hell?
Because I mean, I'm not doing it for stream or anything. I'm just kind of doing it
Bless
to
you.
give advice to AJ. So, yeah. I'm not even gonna bother to introduce the players because I'm lazy as fuck right now. Okay. So there is not much going on right now. Well, first of all, I don't know why Mark picked this map because this is a 2v2 map. And actually, I think it was taken out of the map pool like 1 or 2 seasons ago. But I'm not too sure because I actually haven't played any 2v2s in a while. I'm pretty sure this isn't even in the map pool anymore. I'm not sure why he picked this map. It's probably better to practice on a map that's in the map pool for ladder. Or like one of the GSL or Kespa maps. Only because those maps are a lot more balanced. I'm not really sure about the statistics of this map. I think it may be a bit more balanced than say like, I don't know, half the other maps out there, but I'm not too sure. And AJ, you didn't build a gateway. Where's your gateway? Holy shit, where's your gate? Okay, I see. Okay, so you're going Nexus first. Which is... Okay, see the thing about Nexus first is that it's really ballsy, that's the thing. Like, I know on this map it might be a bit better since your Nexus, or your... Well, this is a 2v2 map, but anyway, you can like basically expand right here, and then this is really easy to wall off too. Now, in some other cases, this ramp would be like maybe this big, and then you'd have to spend a lot more time walling it off. So it is a bit ballsy, especially because you don't know what your opponent is going for, and if you knew that his spawning pool was already up,
Peekaboo.
then you probably wouldn't have done that. So the general rule of thumb is, you start your forge, or you should start your forge when the spawning pool is halfway finished, and that's basically like the general rule for a forge fast expand, which is
I don't like it when you peek on
not
me.
what you did. Yeah.
Well,
typically
you see,
we make this
it's only
forge
natural.
first, so that when it's done, you can make gateways and a
Let's
cannon.
see. What you're up to?
Now the good thing is that Mark went for an early expo as well. The only problem is if he decided not to go for that expo, and if he decided to maybe do like a, well, anything before a 10 pool, you'd be
It's a
kind
spy.
of screwed
Kill it.
going
Oh,
Nexus
fuck.
first.
We have 2 already.
So make sure you do scout, because scouting, because you gotta know like what your opponent is doing, so you know what you want to do. Because you obviously don't want to make the wrong thing, or
No. That was
Yes.
close.
anyway, yeah, because you don't want to make the wrong
Oh,
units.
fuck.
And of course you don't want to get hard countered either. What else?
Okay,
And-
that put me behind because I was stupid and I wasn't paying attention.
What happened? Anyway,
Now I gotta do this.
gotta make sure you make a cybernetics core too. That's really important. Yeah, okay, so the problem with the cybernetics core here is that it can, if he has high ground vision, he
Oh.
can just snipe it with roaches.
Oh, anyway, fast.
And so that's why we typically don't wall off with our cybernetics core unless, well, I mean, even if it's in a situation where like you really need a wall, typically you just wall off with a gateway.
Actually,
because
I could
cybernetics
make a
cores are really
no,
important.
not yet. Not
And
yet.
if you do have a cybernetics core either in your wall or this close to the edge and your opponent sees it, typically they will go straight for this core, and you'll pretty much, if you lose this core, you're not going to be able to make anything else. You're only going to be able to make zealots. And you never want to only be able to make zealots, essentially, because you want to have those stalkers and sentries because they're so important against Zerg, especially sentries if there's a lot of Zerglings and Banelings. Now the thing is, it's good that you're making a lot of buildings with your money, but you also want to make a lot of workers as well, because see, you're really undersaturated at this base, and you're undersaturated at this base as well, and you will be even more so when you make your 2 geysers and take off 6 probes to put it on your gas. And I totally missed that. Yeah, you want to put your zealot over here on hold position.
Shit, I didn't wall off good enough.
So just put your... Oh, you should...
Come over here.
See, since it's not that many zerglings, you probably just want to pull your probes to attack. Cause...
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Holy
well,
shit.
right now it's a little bit
Oh,
too
we're being
late,
gangbanged.
but Earlier, you probably wanted to pull your probes to attack,
Oh,
but now you
this
can
shit.
just put these away.
The hell?
Make sure you do put these probes back to mining,
Fight
because
me,
they're
son.
just sitting here, and that's wasting a lot of mining time. Yeah, you want to...
Well,
No, you want to
I pretty much
attack
fucked myself.
with your probes. Attack with your probes.
I couldn't do it good enough. I didn't block it off good enough. Wah.
Yeah, dude. I was expecting you to attack me with those.
Well, like,
now it's too late to attack with your... Actually,
just-
it's not too late. You'll lose a lot of
Holy
your probes,
shit.
but... Yeah. Anyway,
Dude, let's
so
do a circle
typically,
pit.
so this is a good
Oh,
wall off,
shit.
except for the cybernetics core. You probably want to have that closer to your nexus.
like,
Um,
holy.
and then you want to put a zealot right here. So it's good that you put a zealot right there, but you didn't put him on hold position. And hold position is important so that he doesn't start moving when he gets attacked or when like zerglings come by.
You should, GG.
I should? I don't know, man.
So if you put your zealot on hold position, the zerglings wouldn't get through like this. And you're doing really well in the sense that you're... Okay. Yeah. Make sure you, if you make units, make sure you attack with them though, because you're gonna
Oh, this is
lose
actually
so many
perfect.
probes.
I can get Carl now.
And what else? Make sure, even if you are focusing on attacking with your probes, make sure you do...
I can't
keep
click, they're so
making
tiny.
probes, too. Oh, AJ, you don't have to click them.
Oh, what the hell?
You can A move, AJ.
You
You hit A and then you left click. You
I
like
tried to
left
do
click
it, but
in
I
front of you.
couldn't. I didn't
and-
wall off.
Reinforcements?
Of course.
Yeah. Well, now you're pretty much
What the fuck is this
screwed.
shit?
But anyway, if you can keep... No, if you make these into warp gates and keep warping out zealots, you'll be able to hold this
Come on, man.
definitely.
GG.
No.
Jesus Christ.
No, you gotta... Okay, bro, if you get
Let me
warp
go
gate
get
research, you gotta
Carl.
make these into warp
No,
gates.
Carl doesn't deserve it.
Because it's so slow to train out zealots, if you make it into warp gates, you can warp them in immediately, and then you can also chrono boost your warp gates. Since
Like-
there's so many energy on your nexus, you can just chrono boost these warp gates. Yeah, there
Oh
you
my
go.
god.
You can chrono boost those to get out units even faster. Yeah, all you need to do is just warp in a couple of zealots.
A macro
like 4
son.
zealots, and then you're good. Make sure you
Oh.
do put hold position on here. Now just take these zealots and go attack. Yeah. Zealots are really good against zerglings. Early game anyway. Given that they're not surrounded. Alright, so now now that you've held that off, what you want to do is keep making workers. Just keep that probe reduction up. Hit E, chrono boost your nexus.
Reinforcements?
What the hell?
Oh,
I need to
you
have it
did
hold
put
position, not fucking.
Yeah, hold position is good. Hold position is so OP. Put hold position on these zealots too. Yeah. Just make sure you have like 1 or 2 out there to hold position. Alright, now I don't agree with making gateways right now, because what you really
I
need,
can't fit through
because
there.
yes, you do have that bank, but that's because you haven't made anything for like the past 5 minutes. What you really want to be doing right now is making more probes rather than trying to make more production facilities. And also, I don't quite understand why you made this robotics facility. If you want, I guess if you're gonna rush for Colossus, it works, but typically at this stage in the game, you want to be focusing on... I wonder if you can see this right now. Yeah, you see these banelings right here? You don't want to get Colossus or anything like that right now, right? you want to actually be getting sentries, and I know you don't have a lot of gas, so you want to make sure you put your workers on gas and get your double gas over here. So you just see those banelings, so you gotta make sure you get those sentries because otherwise they'll just baneling bust your entire wall. And
damn,
you
Tyrone!
are dead.
Oh my god.
And that is why you need to get sentries.
Oh,
You have to, okay, just make sure, like, as a general rule of thumb, yeah, see, he just killed all your pylons. Anyway, as a general rule of thumb, you want to just make sure you always have at least maybe like 4 sentries
fucking attack.
with your army.
Yeah, you kind of left a little hole there.
Especially if there's
What?
banelings.
What are you talking about, the hole?
Because you definitely need those force fields. Because
You just
don't
like
want
raped
your
all my
army to die.
guys.
And against Terran, you want to have those sentries too. Yeah, there you go. There's your sentries. Against Terran, you always want to have sentries so you can split up the Marine Marauder
Onwards!
force. Make sure you actually
the hell?
Yeah.
Who's this guy?
Sentries don't do a lot of
I didn't
damage.
get to move that
That's
guy
why
up.
we say that sentries tickle things to death. But sentries really don't do that much damage. They're used mostly for Guardian Shield and Force Field. Of course, like if you have this critical
struggling
mass
to
of like
defend
20
here.
sentries, of course they can do a ton of damage. But
Onwards!
pretty much sentries aren't really used for. I don't want to say they're not used for defense because they are in a way, but they're not.
no.
They're not used to deal damage. Is what I'm trying to say. At this point, you're pretty much dead, so I'm not sure if you want to keep continuing because these Zerglings, if Mark is smart enough, instead of attacking your zealots, he'd run straight for your mirror line, kill all your workers, and then just run back out if he can. Yeah. So typically that's what you would see your Zerg opponent doing. He would go straight for your mineral line because killing your production facilities is not as important, I'd say, as putting you behind an economy. Mostly because you can rebuild your production facilities pretty quickly, right?
Holy shit.
But as for workers, you can rebuild them, but it still takes time and it takes money.
Like,
because if you've been
they,
mining
like,
the whole
die.
time with your workers, you'll have the money to build production facilities, to build more units as well.
Damn,
But
son.
if he goes
Damn,
straight for your
Tyrone.
mineral line and kills every single one of
What you
your
doing
workers,
up in here?
you might have money for a while, but then
I
after a
definitely
bit,
lost this, though.
you're not gonna have any money.
Oh yeah, you should. Let me get called in, you piece of shit.
No.
GG. Anyway, after a while, you won't have enough money because you don't have enough workers to
Reinforcements!
sustain all the units that you're trying to make.
Alright, let me
So that's why they go for your mineral line instead.
No breather for you. Reinforcements!
And this is totally non-standard
I was
play,
just kidding.
to be completely honest. But I have played some opponents where all they do is spam Zerglings, and then all you need to do is
Like,
get
I
off
can't
some
produce
really good
workers
force
or I'll
field.
die.
And once you get those really good force fields, you can
Here, let's
pretty much
check.
hold off all the Zerglings, and you just gotta make sure you have energy on the sentries. So if you run out of energy, you just got to constantly pump out more sentries.
Reinforcements!
Yeah, you're pretty much screwed.
GG.
Took you long enough.
Couldn't defend.
Jesus! Alright, be right back.